is not yourself.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It's just, it's 7 o'clock now. So, so go ahead and go on.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's good, peoples?
Going on? Welcome to another show. Blunt, you got your apple juice?
Nope.
You forgot your apple juice? Well,
I sure did.
I'll drink for you.
My camera's a little bit off because I'm. This is a different cam that I usually use,
You look a
so I
little bit
kind of
yellow.
kind of got that orange look going on.
Hi,
Support
Trump.
of 46. But yeah. So it's telling me my frames per second is low, so
It's
I
a
won't
little
use this
low.
one again.
All right.
I was just testing it
Well,
out because it's a pretty cool camera. It's a really skinny camera,
yeah.
and I actually put it right in front of your face. It
Yeah,
fits
so you
right
could
there.
look down and I've seen those.
Yeah, it's cool, but
Well, you got
I
that at
can't
TikTok?
fix the. No, I don't buy too much off of TikTok. I'll see it on TikTok, but I'll go to Amazon.
I found quite a few things on TikTok. What I do is I'll
Yeah,
go to Amazon, and usually Amazon will have it cheaper.
yeah. Amazon usually
Yeah.
has it cheaper and
But
then
if
more
it's something
reliable.
that they don't carry, I'll just get
Yeah,
it
then I'll
from
buy it off of TikTok. So
TikTok.
it's actually pretty cool. It is clean and everything, but I can't adjust the camera settings here. So
Maybe there's a program you have to download, like with mine, so you could set
I
the
ain't worried about
colors and stuff.
I'll try it some other day. But
All right.
yeah, let's
So,
get this
folks,
show.
welcome to another show. We had a whole show set up, but we had a call from someone's going to be coming up soon. We have some things that he wants to talk about, and us, we stay neutral. And if you want to be part of a show, or just hang out with us, just let us know. You could come on with us. But I wanted to bring up something that happened, um, and it's worth bringing up. And let me see his picture. So let's start with the video that this happened in Seattle with these news, these tragic news, and trying to pop it up. See, it's not letting me put it up. What?
Seattle.
Yeah, yeah. The bus. Yeah. Nobody could hear you. Nobody could hear you, Mr. Coleman. Only us
Yeah.
could hear you, but no one could hear you on off screen. But right now I'm trying to put this up, and it's not letting me put it up. Can you bring it up, Blunt?
If I knew what it would look like,
The video. You see the Seattle police, the colors, police cars. Um,
remember I only see the words.
Seattle bus. Seattle
Actually,
bus.
I see boxing, thunder,
No,
countdown,
those are the sounds.
No, I'm on the video clips.
Man,
Yep, I'm on
and
the
we
video clip.
tested all this. Everything was working perfect, and I'm trying to put this in there. Is it because that other video is up? The background is up as a video instead of as a background. Yeesh, I hate where this
Oh,
shit keeps
no,
happening.
no, I see that stupid thing. No.
It says the item is already on the list. That's what I'm understanding. Always something. Let me see if I find it here. Videos. Yeah, it's not freaking letting me put it on.
And I don't see it here. I see background, soft, video game, acid,
No, you don't see the
commercial.
videos. The disclaimer. We didn't even put the disclaimer on. It's not letting me put the disclaimer on. It's just BS, man. Lloyd Archer, thanks for joining us. Oh, you want to talk about Lloyd Archer? All right, we're gonna bring him in. See this thing
Oh, I
here.
see. I got it. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it to go. Oh, it disappeared. Where did it go? I just saw it. What? What just happened?
It's not letting me put it up.
I saw it and it disappeared.
I
Video.
think I have to take that video part out. Um, because the background is being shown as a video. This
Yo, that
is
was weird. Like I clicked on it and it disappeared.
all right. This
Mhm.
is already getting on my
Okay, hold on.
nerves.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Bystanders called 911 just before 3 a.m., saying a bus driver was being assaulted by a passenger here in the University District. A witness who was on the bus spoke with Como News, but asked his voice to be disguised
Couple
due to
in
fear for
Seattle.
his own safety. He told us a fight started over the driver keeping a side window open.
The bus driver says, "You know what? This is your last stop. You could just exit my bus, please. Thank you." He pushes past the plastic protector for the bus. He attempts to mace him first, starts going crazy, nonstop. The bus driver says, "That's assault, that's assault."
The witness said the attacker dragged the driver off the bus, then stabbed him.
The bus driver now is not coherent at all. He's lost scene sight of everything. So the guy is guiding him. He's guiding him. They go into the alley. I see the driver. He was dead immediately.
We're not going to idly sit by while our members are murdered.
Leaders from Seattle, King County, and Metro were quick to condemn the murder.
What happened this morning was shocking and appalling.
Transit operators have been raising the alarm about safety for years, especially when it comes to drug use on the bus and violence.
But when you sign up to drive a bus, you should not also be expected to sign up to risk losing your life.
It's all been in the back of their mind. When was the next one going to be? And here we are here now.
Transit Union President Greg Woodfill said the union is no longer asking for safety upgrades, they're demanding them.
I don't have all the answers. I do know we need more secure area for the transit operators, and we need more dedicated Metro Transit police.
While the transit operator safety concerns are front and center, the urgent task now is finding the killer, who we know was captured by the bus cameras.
There are photographs of the suspect, and I'm not being coy here, but it is the balance between the investigative integrity and the public's right to know. This is an active investigation.
So, good news about that. You know,
Good
they
news?
caught the perv.
Oh, okay.
They caught him a couple of days later. I could find his pictures up here too, but I don't see it. Oh, you didn't see? You didn't hear it?
Couldn't see it. Yeah, you couldn't hear it. He
You
couldn't
couldn't
hear
hear
it.
it. You don't have something on the side to watch it, folks. We're not talking to ourselves. We're talking to our guest. He's
Is
off
it in the green
camera right
room?
now.
Is
Um,
it the Asian guy
right here. This guy.
showing you?
This guy.
Oh,
This was the killer. This was the killer. This is the guy that got into an altercation with the operator from Seattle. Pulled him off the bus and wound up stabbing him to death. So our condolences go to the family, friends, and co-workers of Sean Yim, 59, and
when did this happen?
this just happened. What date was it? Just like just a week ago.
Just a week ago.
Yeah.
Because we have another tragic event that happened. What, just yesterday? Either earlier today or yesterday?
hmm
At Stillwell? I mean,
let's bring in our guest because he's talking to us and we he can't hear anything that's going on. So let's just bring him in before we continue.
you can take him off the screen.
I'm trying to. There we go. Extreme close up. Mr. Coleman, welcome to the show.
Hey,
Coleman.
nice to be here. Nice to be
Uh,
here.
all right, so now that you can hear everything was going, go ahead, Blunt. You were saying. So again,
So
our
I was,
condolences to the family of Sean Yim out of Seattle, who was tragically his life was ended for some fool because What was it again? Because he had the driver had his window side open and he didn't want him to have it open.
The
And
driver had his window side open.
his window was open and the operator wanted him to close it, and
The
it,
operator
it
asked
led
him to close
into
it.
yeah, it led into the argument where he went over, maced him, and pulled him off the bus, and then wound up stabbing him, and taking his life right outside of the bus.
Yeah,
And
yeah. See, you
see,
can't
so
gotta leave them people alone, man.
I mean, we can't stay quiet either when someone says something to us. We're not, we're human. We're human, and we go to work, and we hope to come back home to our families the same way that we get to work. Unfortunately, the way that the world is right now, it is not always the case. But our
Right.
condolences.
Like I was saying, like that goes into the tragedy we just had here in Brooklyn,
Mm.
actually, where passenger set another passenger on fire. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the people probably saw the video going around about that. I wouldn't show it again,
No,
but you
no.
can probably see it if you go online.
There's
It's
pictures. The video while it's happening also is out there.
video, and the guy who did it is sitting there just watching her
He's,
burn.
he's
It's
fanning
horrific.
it, fanning the flames.
It's
Yeah, but
horrific.
my
It's
question was
horrific.
always this: why are you watching this young lady or this person on
And
fire?
filming and filming them.
Nobody, nobody.
Nobody. Even the police that was there, they just standing there like,
Yeah,
I
are
seen a
you
police
kidding me?
officer walk by.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You saw. So the first thing you do is like grab your coat or something and try to
Take the
cover the
shirt off,
person,
something.
extinguish the
Bring 'em-
flames.
knock them on the floor, roll. This is I feel like this is a direct result of discontinuing Schoolhouse Rock. I mean, no,
Really,
seriously,
really,
right?
really.
I mean, we learned a lot from that, and one of the things was stop, drop, and roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And being that they don't show that no more, no, it's like nobody knows what to do. She's on fire. I mean, that's first instinct to bring her down, get her to the ground, cover her, make her roll around. She's standing there
It was horrible.
dying. It was a horrific thing to see.
But they
And
caught the son of a bitch too,
yeah,
a
they
migrant.
caught him.
Yeah, well, I don't like using that word migrant.
Well,
I,
what
no,
do you like to use, Mr. Coleman?
I don't like
Illegal?
using. I wouldn't even like to use illegal.
Was he? Was he?
Yeah,
Was he a
but that's
migrant?
this. But the media,
Yeah,
the
he's on the
media
news. He's
does
a
that.
migrant.
The media does that. The media
No.
puts that out there so you can be angry and watch the news more. He didn't speak. No one showed paperwork that he was a migrant. Nobody did
Right.
anything.
Well, there's a
I
video of
was.
him talking. There's a video of
Yeah, yeah.
him videoing himself, and he speaks no English. He's only talking in
So,
his native language.
That, that doesn't mean he's a
does that
migrant,
make him a migrant?
Well,
right? That
well,
doesn't mean he's a migrant.
I guess not. So let's go with allegedly he's a migrant.
Alleged
Okay,
Right.
that's
Now
what
migrant.
I heard.
that word I'm gonna use a lot.
Okay,
Right.
I'm gonna use that a
give it to
lot.
you.
Wait for
But
the official paperwork from the city to call him a migrant.
still don't mean anything, man. That means nothing. But at the end of the day, he's still a human being, and that person was a human being.
Yeah, it's just
You know,
sad that
it's just
nobody.
sad. It's just the way
And then
people, the society that people are thinking. Or the guy that slapped that 85-year-old man and beat that 85-year-old man up. What do we
Hmm.
call him? American citizen?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He just a man that beat the man up, beat another man up, and he's a creep for it. But I think differently from a lot of people. A
Okay.
lot of people told me that
Well,
I
you have
think
a right to
different.
your opinion. We
Right.
all have a right to our
Right.
opinion.
I think differently. But my can we go on to the reason why I wanted to come on today, or
Not
we
yet.
want to?
Not yet. We'll get to you. We'll get to you in a second. It's an hour show. We get to you. We something else in the news. Right here. Um, Brooklyn DA declined to prosecute MTA bus driver in the alleged self-defense stabbing. Uh, Operator that got into a physical confrontation. Bus operator's Eon Bascombe, 58,
Right.
was attacked by a passenger, Quentin Branch, 33 years old. Um, and I think this is the one that maced him. I might have gotten the stories mixed up. I think this is the one that he maced him because of the window, and they got into a brawl, and the bus operator pulled out a knife and stabbed the what's his name, the assailant, in the head and the leg. Both were both of them were apprehended. They were both arrested on site, but the DA says he was not going to prosecute the bus operator. It was self defense.
Okay.
So you know what? One for the TA. So that's a good thing for us. But that's
Okay.
a scary thing that what's the MTA doing for us now? With all this going on, we still don't have enough protection. We still don't have enough protection.
You don't think that transit's gonna still go after that bus driver for carrying
Well, of
a
course, like
weapon?
they said, the,
Well,
the, the DA is not going against them, but
Yeah.
right.
TA will. He's
Trent,
probably going to be off the
we
seat for a while, you
we
know,
got a young man allegedly. We got a young man out deep with allegedly for brandishing a knife at a passenger during a confrontation, but they took him off the bus, and now I guess he's waiting for the outcome of that. At our own depot,
for what? What happened?
him and the passenger got into it, and passengers seen his pocket knife in his pocket, and you know allegedly called someone or transit or police, and now he's out of work right now.
Really? From the Gleason Depot?
Yeah.
I mean, with everything that's going on, I could see how more and more of us are going to be carrying something for our protection.
Which
Well,
brings us to something that we've been talking about for ages now,
Mm.
and that's operator safety. When are they gonna do something for these operators, like the enclosures? Sorry, that
Uh-oh.
we've been asking for. You know,
look at this, Eric. Fire department got what they got. Sanitation got what they got. Police department got what they got. Every other agency has gotten the protection that they need. Am I correct?
Well,
You
I
know
I
think
hope
why they
so.
so.
got you know why they got the protection that they need? It's
Tell us.
because of the unity.
Mm.
The unity and the fight for what they needed. The fight for what they need and standing up, turning their back on the mayor, turning their back on this person, and telling these people we're not doing this anymore.
That's because they're prioritizing their own safety,
There we go. And we
and
don't.
there's also that they're on the same page as well.
And we're not.
But where we're at now, it's like everybody has like their own agenda on what they want.
And that's a problem
It's a huge
because
problem.
it's continuing.
Yeah.
Pete, you're leaving and
I
you're
mean, I can
leaving in
understand the money. Okay, we want more money, but there's bigger
it
problems than that.
absolutely.
And I think safety should be number one, especially with
A-
what's going on right now. I wanted to
Absolutely.
post this picture real quick. This is from where we go. This is in blah, 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 in it's either Lisbon, Portugal, or Barcelona, Spain. This is one of the things that they have on their buses.
Yeah,
I don't know if you.
I was thinking that was Vegas because looks like that.
Oh no, you've seen the Vegas is completely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
we've posted that before. So this is Barcelona, Spain, and look at that. So when that pushes open, it goes all the way to the windshield.
it
The the
closes.
the, the enclosure is higher than ours as well. So it makes it very difficult for someone to try to get around that barrier to throw or do anything to us. And if they could do it on all these other places, why can't we have the same thing? Why can't we have the same thing? So these are the things that we all got to get together and fight for.
You
You
got
know,
you got to be
but
willing to sacrifice. That's all it is. It's
yeah, but
about
the other
sacrifice.
problem is that look in our depots. The drivers themselves are messing up the barriers that we have connected. But
For sure.
yeah,
For sure.
they're
Even
messing it up. They're
eh,
breaking
eh,
them from the top. They're putting
eh,
cardboard so that you cannot fully open it. Like, why are you doing that?
Pete,
You know?
I had a young man, not a young man, young lady doing the 67, 69 with me, right?
Mm.
And I'm wondering why she's going that way. And she's supposed to be making a detour. They made an announcement detour and she's going route. You know what happened? somebody broke the piece that hangs up the phone,
Yeah,
Mm.
so she didn't hear it.
we have a lot of them like that.
She didn't hear the announcement. It's our own fault. It's our own co-workers' fault about half the things that they do in this depot.
Yeah, blunt.
Right.
Just you haven't seen it, but you know where the handset
Mm-hmm.
where you hang it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the curved part, right, and then the
Mm-hmm.
handset goes
I know
there.
what you're talking
So
about.
one or the other, they've broken them right off. So
Right.
now the
My
handset doesn't stay there.
my question is, why pull the bus out?
Well, maybe she didn't look, or maybe
Yeah,
she didn't.
that's
She
something
didn't
that we
look.
have to look
Now,
right away and
now,
be like,
see, now, if that's the case, that's dangerous. Then,
And then we
it
go
is.
back to what Pete said. We're our own worst enemies.
yeah,
They pull it out with whatever,
no,
and that's it. But
don't pull
that's
it
what I'm
out.
saying. The next driver that sees it, yo, bus out of service. We don't
Right,
have communication.
Right.
right.
For sure.
But they've broken so many of them.
So many
So
of them.
many of them. I don't know who's
What are
doing
they?
it. Or
Are they slamming it down? What's going on? They
I,
ripped
I
the
I
think
don't.
they're
old poles or
slamming it or
something?
they're coming with pliers and cracking it off.
I don't see how they slamming it that hard. You
But
got to be.
Arguing with the dispatcher. All right, whatever. Clam. Like
You got to be.
I
You
don't
got to
know.
be Hercules to
Yeah,
to slam that and break
yeah,
that
because
piece
that's a
right there.
hard piece of plastic. That's a thick piece of
Exactly.
plastic. I don't
For
yeah.
think you
That
could
sure.
just grab. You can't grab because it's slippery too. You can't just
yeah.
bend it.
Exactly, Lloyd. That should be noted on the pre-trip, and that bus should not be pulled out.
You're
Because
absolutely correct.
if she didn't hear that simple detour, if there was an emergency, she wouldn't have heard that neither.
Right. She was new.
Exactly.
She was new. So they just going with the flow, trying to get it together.
But you see what
Look.
they tell us, Coleman, what they tell us over the radio to make sure before we pull the bus out, they tell us make sure that the Omni screen is
Oh
working.
yeah, make sure the Omni screen. That's their
That they
money.
make sure that's number one. Make sure that your Omni screen
Yeah,
is
but
working before you pull the bus out. But they're not saying make sure that their radio is working. Make sure
yeah,
Right.
that the
but
handset is not broken. No, make
yeah,
Right.
sure
but that
that we could collect money.
There she go.
that's safety is. It's not just safety for the public; it's your safety also.
For
Yeah.
So
sure.
if you see that on
But
there, you
transit
can
is
take the bus
service
off.
before safety.
That's what transit say.
Yeah.
That's not what
That's
the
not for us. For us is
Zariga
safety
says.
before
Right.
Well,
The
service.
Riga
well,
says safety first.
Transit's always been
Hmm.
reaction before
Yeah.
proact. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Right.
and I always said that, but we can always go back to the original. We are our own worst enemies, and there's no unity within it, and there's no
None.
unity within the depot and certain
There used
depots.
to be.
Oh, for
There
sure,
used to be. I know you remember. I mean, you've been here longer than me, but
for
when I
sure,
started, there was
for
a lot of
sure,
unity. There was
for
like
sure.
family. It was like big brother, little brother. That everybody that
Right,
came in knew. They made
but
fun of you and whatever, but they still
you
welcomed you
know,
with open
you,
arms and
you
everything.
know when we lost that. You
What year
know
was
when we
that?
lost. You know when we lost that when these.
Before we keep going, hold on, Mr. Coleman, because we haven't technically introduced you or you
Okay,
introduced yourself because people
okay.
don't. For those that don't know, you're gonna put you the screen. For those that don't know, you tell us about you. Tell us how long have you been in transit?
Who this
Okay.
guy is?
Yeah, because people be like, who is this? Remember,
What?
people didn't even know who Evangeline was, who was running against JP,
Oh
Yeah.
and they were in
no?
our own depot. No, they were in our own depot. There was a guy asking me, "Yo, who won?" And I told him, um, Richie Davis won. I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Do you know who was going against? Oh, who was going against him?" They didn't know who was going against them. They don't know it was Cordero and Evangeline was, and they don't know who they are. Believe it
Well,
or not, you're out here on the internet all the time, and people still don't know who people are.
yeah,
So,
Well,
yeah.
people
so
don't even know we
you
go on every Monday still.
so yeah, exactly. So tell us your name and how long you've been in transit.
Well, my name is Robert Coleman, and most people know me as Coleman, and a lot of them know me as, oh, that's Miss Margaret's husband.
Yeah.
you know,
Where's she at? We need to see Miss Margaret. Come
she in the
on.
back doing her own thing, and
Tell
then
her tell her we said she gotta come show her face before we finish.
yeah, for sure. And then I was at East New York first.
Hold
I
on, that's
came
that
to
Brook.
came
Did
to
y'all,
Gleason.
did y'all hear that Brooklyn accent come out?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I'm
Oh,
from. Well,
it's
technically,
New York.
I'm
Well,
from
we don't have to
Bennettsville.
fake it. We have it. How
mm,
many
I'm from
years?
Bennettsville, South Carolina.
South Carolina?
And, yeah, and I got 25 years, over 25 years, and I'm telling
Are you
people
gonna
this.
retire next year?
Yeah, I can retire now with my other time, but
Mm.
I could have retired with my other time, but I chose to stay a little longer. And I fell in love with Gleason when I met a couple of operators. And like Pete said, they welcomed me. They teased me. We joked. We laughed. They took my food from the senior table and put it to the back table. You know, you can't sit here. You ain't got enough seniority to sit here. You know, that's when the love came on to the depot. We laughed. We hung out, and I met some really cool people here. I really did. You
Mm,
know, and I became what some people know me as, a voice. You know, I'm gonna
okay.
tell it like it. I'm gonna tell it like it is. You know, if I'm wrong, correct me. And I've been corrected. I've been corrected on a lot of issues. But if I'm wrong, correct me. And me and Arch go way back. You know, so he called him socks and sandals. He'll start laughing. that's what
Oh,
that's
socks. Oh,
that's what I used to
Mm,
call him, socks and sandals.
mm,
You know, and when
it's over,
Willie
Arch.
James
It's
when
over,
Willie James
Arch.
was when Willie James was here, you know, he rocked with Willie James and he rocked with Tucson. And you know, I wish he would have stayed in the union, but you know, things happen. Arch was a vocal voice, and you know, people trusted his word and trusted in what he believed in. You
okay.
know, and I really appreciate what Arch is doing now, as far as the retirement medical. You know, and there's a
Okay.
lot of other guys. You know, once we get into it, that I can give praise to.
So,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So you called yesterday. You hit us up that you wanted to come on because there were some things you wanted to get off your chest. I know that this Thursday we're gonna have our in-house voting, right, for depot chair.
Yeah, the second,
I don't know if all the other depots do it at the same time. I'm guessing they do, right?
I'm
Every
pretty
depot
sure. Yeah, I'm
does
I
pretty
it
sure
think
every
same
so.
every
Thursday.
Yeah.
every on the second, January 2nd. If
Yeah,
that's a Thursday, yeah, they
yeah,
all up.
that's
They
this
all up.
Thursday coming. So
Right.
everybody that when your
Well,
depots,
not this
remember,
Thursday. Not
even
this
if you're
Thursday.
off.
Next Thursday.
No, it's
No.
well, yeah, January 2nd.
Right.
Yeah,
January
next
second.
next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
So
And
guys that
that's
are
what.
watching, remember to make sure you go into your depot and vote. I'm supposed to be on vacation, but I'm gonna make sure I get to my depot to vote as well. And I'm wondering, this is what you wanted to talk about, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That's a lot of what I want to talk about. The majority of it, what I want to talk about. But I also want to. Can I give a little shout out to Alexander Kemp.
Alexander Kemp,
Alexander Kemp.
you
Who's
I
just
that?
did.
got. Huh?
You
Who's
just
that?
did. Who's that? There might be some
Al-
people actually asking who's that.
okay. Alexander Kemp just won. I think he won second chair for the division chair. I believe it's second because Rosario, I think he won chairman, and Alexander
Let's
Kemp
see. I still got the
won.
pretty pamphlet over here.
I think he won
Uh,
second
first
chair,
vice chair. First vice chair.
first vice chair.
Yeah,
Congratulations. No, you know why I say that is because I wasn't a fan of Alexander Kemp, and he knows that. Until one day, a person from another depot texted me a video of him. And he said, "Yo, Coleman, man, look at this dude. I know you always talking about how this dude is trying to gain people and whatever." And I had to call Kemp. And I seen Kemp and I called him first and then I seen him. And I said, "I owe you an apology." And he said, "What for?" He said, "But I understand." He said, "Because when I was with the other team, I was on another wave. When I seen that man actually doing footwork, that man does footwork. He don't just talk about what he's talking about. And when I watched a few videos of Kemp, I became a fan of his. And I hope when I'm retired that my nephews that's at the depot now tell me later that, Kemp has went this far, as Kemp is doing this right now, or whatever Kemp may do in the union. I really hope, because that's the type of person we need. That person puts in work. He puts in the footwork and he wastes his time. He waited his time for his position. And I appreciate him learning. And he took time out to learn and said, "Everybody else, if you want to go forward, you go ahead. But what I want to do, I want to learn. I want to learn and I want people to know me. I don't want to just know everybody. I want people to know me." And I appreciated it about him. And that's what I told him. Now, the other reason why, I'm gonna bring up my situation with my depot, not everyone else's depot, because I don't know what's going on in everybody else's depot. I know what's going on in Jackie Gleason.
Right.
And my issue is rumors. Every
Rumors.
day you wake up, you got a choice and you got a chance. You got two things to do in life. The next thing you got to do is you have a position in life to tell people the truth. If you're trying to lead someone, and if you're going to lead them, you got to be the one to start walking first.
Okay. Yeah.
You can't tell people a bunch of untruths. Now, everything I'm saying to you, Pete and Eric, is allegedly because I wasn't there during those conversations, just conversations that people have brought me.
So we get the air quotes going. Okay.
Yeah, get some air quotes.
So everything is
Alleged,
allegedly
allegedly,
or hearsay.
or hearsay. This is what people tell me. Now we're gonna talk about Ebony Nick first. And when we talk about Ebony and Nick first, we're gonna talk about what people think they know and what people think they know.
And Ebony
Yep.
is
Ebony is the union chair, Jackie Gleason.
current, right?
It's the chairwoman, current chairwoman, and Nick is the vice chairperson.
Hmm.
And one young man said to me, Ebony doesn't come out the union office. And I said, for what? He said something in regards to, oh, we need to see her more. We need to see her doing things. I said, like getting on the video and going live and showing memes and laughing, or you want her to be in there trying to save people jobs and trying to keep people less punishment. Because that is her job. Her job is to inform you and to keep you from getting any more trouble than you need to be. Because 9 times out of 10, when you go in that office, you go in that office because something happened on that bus.
Mm-hmm.
Or you didn't bring any doctor's lines.
So
That's
who's complaining about Ebony?
oh man, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked about how many people are complaining about Ebony not doing what they want her to do. I said, well, you want her to lie to you? You want her to tell you things that is not true? Or do you want her to tell you the truth? Because some of y'all don't even go in there and talk to her. Some of y'all don't even go in the office. I got a young man in the yard named Malcolm, Caribbean guy. If you can understand him half the time, funny guy, but if you can understand him, it's actually so deep. But when he's passionate about this, unfortunately, he's OA, and he can't join the TA side of the union. He would be a wonderful union person if anybody can get him, right? And he says to me, he pointed out these two new young ladies, and he said those are the two I was talking about. Someone told him something negative about Ebony, and he said, "Well, just go talk to her. Just go talk to her. Go ask her some questions." So they did, and they came back to Malcolm and they said, "Wow, that person didn't tell me the truth. Ebony is not bad." When you listening to people telling lies, people are more excited. My grandmother used to tell me this. Let me tell you this right quick. She said a lie can get around the corner 4, 5 times before the truth can even tie up his boots. We hear so many lies about Ebony and Nick. We hear Ebony's not approachable. Did you go upstairs and talk to her? Did you knock on that door and go in that room? Or you hearing more lies and rumors? That's what our people has come to. Lies and rumors. You got a young man named Roberto Martinez, allegedly telling young folks on the job, young drivers, new drivers, I should say, that if you vote for him, you won't you won't have to worry about uh, 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 not being protected while you're on probation.
No, this is allegedly correct.
Allegedly, correct.
I mean, he's talking about while he's on
No, no,
probation, you
no.
said?
He's running for office. Roberto Martinez is running for chair
Right, at the Gleason
at
Depot.
Glass Jacket Gleason Depot. And
Right.
this is allegedly, and all allegedly, because I wasn't there, so I didn't hear from his mouth personally.
Hmm.
You know, and those are the things that if you want to run on truth. If you my argument is this: if you
But
wanted
see,
to
what
run,
you just said, you're kind of contradicting yourself because it's the same thing. Go ask the person then. You know,
and
go
in
ask the,
regards,
like you said, if you're hearing people saying things about Ebony, you're saying go speak to her and get the truth. Then shouldn't it be the same way now with Rob? You're
but he's
hearing
not.
things,
But
then
he's
go
but
step
he's
up to Rob and say,
but
"Hey,
he
Rob, I heard this person said this and this about you. Is that true?"
and he's saying is from what allegedly he's saying that he didn't say it.
I
Okay.
mean,
So what
He's
should we
saying he didn't
believe?
say it.
yeah.
So
Again, the whole
But
thing is hearsay. Same thing as hearsay. So, like you
ex,
said in the
ex,
beginning,
ex,
you said it
ex,
way in
ex,
the beginning when you came out, rumors. So,
you're absolutely right. Everything is hearsay.
but these are the kind of things that keep us divided when people are
Exactly.
passing rumors around about other
Ex-
people.
exactly.
I mean,
You
well, all
know,
right.
And
So
most
let's just say this for example. Let's say um he did say that. What
so
is it? What is
AV posted this. Who is this referring to? Who is talking out the side of his mouth? Is it Martinez or is it Coleman?
so who's AV?
Someone I guess who wants to stay. Uh,
If you're asking me who's talking outside, what do you mean talking outside of my mouth? Because everything I said is
no,
alleged. I
we
wasn't
he
there.
didn't say your name. I'm asking. He says he always talks out the side of his mouth. So I'm just asking. That comment who put the comment if he's talking about you or is he talking about? Okay, he said Rob. So
Oh,
it says
well,
Rob.
well,
Rob
well,
talks out the side of his mouth.
all right?
well,
Before we get to that, I was asking Coleman. Let's just say that this is just a hypothetical. That Rob said he did say that. What would be wrong in what he said there?
because it's not true.
So
You
so what would
cannot
be the
represent. You cannot represent a rookie.
right?
You
But isn't that
cannot.
something? All right, I
Are
get.
you
I
sure?
mean,
Is that for a
I
fact?
know.
You can't.
That's
Yeah,
for a fact. The union
yeah,
does not have anything to do with new hirees. That's
right.
Zariga.
Right.
It's mainly Zariga,
He belonged to
the
Zariga for the first year.
AGM, GM, AGS, or the GS. They have the final say. The union can go in there and say, well, and they can say, no. There's no steps for them.
So
There's
you
no
don't.
step. There's step one, step two, or step three.
So all right. So if somebody approached you, Rob, and said that Rob said that, what would you tell that person?
I'll tell you it's not true. I'll tell
And
them it's not true. And I'll give
What
them an
would you
example
base?
of
What would you base your answer on?
on facts. Because
And where
you
would
were a
we find
rookie.
that?
You
So how
were a
would you?
rookie. You were a
So
rookie. Eric
yeah, I
was
was
a
a rookie,
rookie. And we all were rookies.
and
And
we
what
just
the
would
you
hear whatever anybody told us, and a lot of
no,
times we just went with that.
what the union tells you is
Mm.
that you cannot we do not represent you. You are owned by the Zariga.
yeah, if they tell anybody tell you, and the union told me that if they don't tell you that, then they're lying to you.
Exactly. That's my point exactly. The union tells you that.
They should tell you that. I don't know if they
And
do
for
that
you to
now.
tell and for
Yeah, I
allegedly
don't
for
know if
you
they
to
say
tell
everything to us now.
for you to allegedly tell people that
They give us the rule book, and he's like, here's
to
your rule
get
book.
to get them to think that you're gonna help them. Tell them the truth.
Mm.
Tell them the truth. You know, if
I
you
mean, what
tell
if he
some
knows somebody?
if who
What if
knows
he said?
somebody.
What if he says that because he maybe feels that he could help? I mean, again, I knew that when you're on probation, what Zariga says goes.
Well, let me say this. Let me say because I think we all know Rob well enough to say that I don't know if he said anything about Ebony's situation, but I kind of feel like if he did say something like that, it wouldn't be like a a like the union is not protecting him or can't protect him that he could. I just think it's more along the lines that he could help him in his own way, but he still can't really do anything outside of that. You
Well,
know,
how can you help him in your own way if you can't help him with the job?
I mean,
Um,
he could
let
give
let
them
let's go back to Evangeline. Remember Evangeline
right.
Right.
running for president? She's holding no title at all, and she was able to get a train operator or a conductor the job back
Her job back,
without being any kind of officer.
and
That's
this is
not true.
after. No, no, no.
Look,
This
that's
is true.
absolutely not true. You
It's
cannot
not.
do it on your own.
No, no. Listen,
You
listen to what he said.
listen to what he said. He said Evangeline helped an
Yeah,
operator. In
right.
order for an
Okay.
operator to get their position back, Evangeline, which I do like her, she had to ultimately get the approval from the union because it violates the contract.
Well, this the thing is the union, as far as Richie Davis,
Station
told
agent.
her
Thank you, Lloyd. It's a station
told
agent.
her to go to Evangeline, so she think Evangeline can help. Evangeline actually got her job back with her own lawyer.
You cannot get it done without the union. It violates the contract.
She did it.
No, I don't think so.
Well, she was
I,
able to prove wrongdoing on the other side.
and the
She
union
was
have to sign off on it.
okay.
Period.
Okay, so there you go. So the same thing. So if Rob Martinez was to say he's going to help somebody out, he could do kind of the same thing Evangeline did to the point that the union would agree with
I
him
have to.
and
I have no
therefore
choice. Right.
help out that operator.
I wouldn't
If they
fault
see
him for
that
that.
he's right, if they see,
I would praise him for that.
right.
Anything that you can do to help another operator or another transit
But you see
worker,
that nobody else did it. Evangeline stepped up, and I'm not saying on her own, but she, with her knowledge and whatever help she had,
She got a
backing her
lawyer.
up,
She
was
got a
able to get
lawyer.
it. So
my
She got a
my
lawyer.
maybe Rob is
argument,
saying
my
this is
my
because
my
maybe he
my,
has an ace up his sleeve too that he
my
could able to
argument
help
is you
somebody.
cannot get it done without the union.
Okay,
Okay.
That's the
I
only
got you.
argument. Don't say you can do it on your own.
So then that's above depot level. That means it's somebody they knew above depot level to help
Right.
this agent,
For sure.
right?
For sure. But I'm saying if you're a rookie, if you're a probie,
Right.
my
I mean,
argument is probies.
if
You can
if
you
that's what
can
he's going around saying, that was you can't do
you
that.
no that oh there's other things that I've allegedly heard him
Or
say, and that one this few of them I heard him say from the person he said it to. You know, how can you be a chairman, you running for chair, and you know you telling grown men to go down below you
what?
when that person don't get
Huh?
along with you.
Wait, that didn't sound right.
Yeah, that
Well,
we're in the age
it
of Diddy, so
uh-huh.
You
we're in the age of Diddy, so we got to kind
have
of
to
clarify
clarify what you just said, bro.
certain things, bro.
I don't know if it's children on here or not.
There shouldn't
Oh,
be.
You
yeah,
know, if you're telling another operator just because he or she don't agree with you, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here. If an operator doesn't agree with you, you gonna tell the operator to go down below you?
you've heard this, or this is still alleged?
I've heard it from the operator. He told it to.
You heard from
Hmm.
the operator he told it to,
From the operator, he told it to. I was
alleged.
minding my
That
business that day.
So it's
that's
still
crazy.
alleged. Yeah, okay, but that's crazy.
And
They
that's
Yeah,
think
crazy.
better.
So you know, this is not the first time he outburst on operators that don't agree with him. You know, even the
hmm.
time when him and JP got into it, or him and another operator got they fist the cuff over because I don't agree with you, and this is what you're gonna bring the chairman.
Yeah, but again, this is all alleged, Mr. Coleman. I
But
mean, I'm not saying
no,
I'm not calling you a liar because you're
some,
saying this is something
sometimes,
somebody brought
some,
up to you.
sometimes if it's constantly being said from other people, and then you want to run for chair,
Well, then, with that said, I've heard a lot. Now, I'm not saying I don't like Ebony because I do like Ebony, but I've also been hearing a lot of complaints about Ebony. I'm not gonna
Okay,
go ahead and put him here because again, that's alleged. With
all
people
right.
saying, "Oh, I did this and this, and she didn't do this or didn't do that," so it's kind of the same thing. So
I
it's
even
all
I
alleged.
I even had that conversation with a young man.
Hmm.
I even went. The young man come to me the other day. I'm walking to go get my bus, and he said, Coleman, we're not getting paid our slips. I said, what do you mean you're not getting paid your slips? So he said, no, we're not getting paid our slips. The story was mixed up. So I called Ebony while he was standing there, and I said, Ebony, what's this that the people are not getting paid their slips? She said, no, Coleman. She says, no one's come to me yet with that. I've heard it, but it had something to do with the fuel line. The fuel line was backed up again. As you know, every once in a while it get backed up. Some guys stayed an hour, some guys even stayed 2 hours, some guys stayed 3 hour slips. So they fixed the fuel line. When they fix the fuel line, now everybody has to write where you was stuck in traffic at or what was the reason why you getting this slip. The dispatcher writes it up now. So
Yeah.
some guys are using that story with this story, and they sitting in the swing room and they saying the union's not doing anything about the slips. They did something about it. Everybody got paid. And Ebony put out a message. If you're not getting paid for your slips, please come see me.
So that guy didn't come get the memo. He went to you.
No, this was after I called. After I called Ebony.
Oh, after you called?
After I
Okay.
called Ebony, she put out she says, okay. She says, all right, we'll put this to rest. If you have a problem with your slip, because she said nobody came to her with a slip problem. My point
Let
is
me ask you
room.
something, Coleman.
My,
We've had several times we've had Rob Martinez. We've had basically a lot of people that were running, right
right.
now and in the past. Um, don't you think that maybe Ebony should also come out, whether I'm not saying our show, but even alive or whatever, to speak on, you know, uh, the election?
Why?
Did you speak? Why not?
Why?
Why?
Everybody else is doing it. They might beat her to
Everybody
the
else is
punch.
she,
So and so what?
yeah,
Why?
but
You tell me
because
why.
it's a
You
way to
tell
put yourself out there for people know who you're doing, what you're trying to do, what you're bringing to the table.
people at the depot know, but people need to
Not
stop
everybody.
making rumors. They know they know the rumors. They know the rumors and the
You're
falsehood.
bringing rumors. I mean, not
No,
against her, but you're bringing rumors
but
about someone else. So the same
but
way
it's
people are
my
talking
listen to
rumors.
me, listen to me,
They're
listen to me.
coming to me with rumors against her, but I'm not gonna come up
When
here
I
and say
say
it.
when I say allegedly, because
Yeah,
these people don't want to come on here and say nothing. I don't want to say no one's name. Now, if someone says their name, then we can
yeah,
have a dialogue. But
right.
these people don't want to say their names because they don't want to get involved. So my allegedly is basically, I know who it is.
Hmm.
I know who's telling me these stories. I know who's saying what, not saying
So get
who's
these
not saying
people
it.
to step up. Get these
No,
people
no,
to
no,
step
no, no,
up. So
no,
it's
no,
nothing
no,
alleged.
no, no,
They're good.
no, no, no,
They're
no,
afraid
no,
of
no. It's not
consequences or something.
it's not about being
Are they
afraid.
rookies? Are these
It's
rookies?
not necessarily, not
Okay.
necessarily. It's just that
Because I could see being a
pe-
rookie, if
pe-
you're on probation, you'd be
people
afraid.
are standing in a place where they say, listen, that's not me, but I know what I got to do. I don't want to get out there like that.
Hmm.
I said, okay, I'll do it for you. Can I use your name? No. Even the person that he told go down below on him, he know who it is. So if he come up here and doubt it, if he come on this
That's
show
just
and doubt it,
horrible to be
look, if he come
the
on
whole
here and doubt,
mudslinging kind of shit.
if
Every
he come
time we
on
have
here and
election.
doubt anything I said, Pete, then the people that he told it to will know he's a liar.
So how would you feel if I come and tell you that I have someone that's told me things that are really bad about Ebony, but they also don't want to come forward, and I'm telling
You
you, would
you
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 believe me?
you you know, I'm not saying I believe him, but they told me.
Right?
They told
I'm saying if
me.
they told me, if I
If
tell you
listen,
this
listen to me,
operator told me that they went to Ebony and Ebony said this and this and this, would you believe what I'm saying to you?
for sure.
Or you would think not Ebony.
Because if I know Ebony, because if I
You don't
know
know
Ebony,
Robert? You don't know
no, I
Rob?
don't. I
So
don't.
hold on. Let me ask you this, Rob.
I'm just trying to put both
I've been out.
sides there, you know, again.
I've
I
been
get
out of
you.
the
I no,
game.
no, I get you.
I've been out of the game for almost 10 years now, right? And I hear a lot of things that Pete hears and what other people hear. And one of the main things I hear, because you kind of say Rob
That
has
was some good
this
apple juice.
this thing about him, but one of the things that I hear about Ebony that I hear the most is that she has an attitude problem. So what would you say about that? I mean, you said Rob has a
Okay,
thing about
okay.
saying things. So-
I can give you that
And
answer.
before all right, before you get to that, and this is not an alleged thing. I've heard it come out from her own mouth.
And that's the thing that I'm saying. I've heard it. I've heard Ebony say things. I've heard Ebony say not with an attitude, but with, let's say, Pete, you don't like me, right? But you
Mhm.
got to come ask me something. But you're asking me with a condescending attitude. So I come to you with that same attitude. So now I got the attitude.
Oh, so you're saying that she's just matching energy for energy?
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Is that
She's
good
the,
though?
Yeah, is
but
that good? I
look,
mean,
look,
if you're you're an
look,
officer, a
look.
Right.
local officer, aren't you
You are
supposed to keep yourself? You got to
you
help
are
no matter what, who likes you or
you
not.
you are absolutely right. But if I'm trying to give you, I've stood there with Ebony, and she's trying to give the person the best advice, and the person is telling her, "Oh, you working with management. You act like you working with management. So how can I help you if you don't listening to me?"
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I've heard that on several occasions, even with Aaron. There was a certain individual at the depot showing flyers and pictures of Aaron having lunch with the GS.
I
Is that
saw
a
that,
good
and
thing
I
or a bad
really,
thing?
I didn't see a problem with that.
Is
I
that a
do not
good
see a
thing or a
problem with
bad
that.
thing? But they made it a negative.
Right.
They made that a negative, and that's my point. They making good things a negative.
So
We can
maybe
have
maybe what we're doing right here, right now, is something wrong because we are bringing up rumors. We're bringing up negative things about people that we really are not sure about.
we
Because
sure about it. I'm sure about it. But I just don't want to involve other people's names.
I mean, sometimes people start rumors just because they don't
Look,
dislike
look,
someone.
look, look. I get it.
You
And I
know,
get where you're going. But if you know this for fact, if you not heard it from 5 people, if you
if
not
that
heard it
was
from
a
two
fact, then
people,
why didn't the person press charges on it? You know,
I,
follow it up
I,
with charges.
I don't think
That's
everything is.
assault. That's a verbal, sexual assault. If you're gonna tell somebody you got to do this for me, if
But
somebody
I
in the
don't.
depot came and
I
said that to me, I'm gonna
right.
go
But
above me. I'm gonna go and press it.
above, I don't think. I think it was an argument between two men, and them two men. That one woman said, "You can go down below."
I mean,
And it was heard throughout the
okay.
depot. Everybody knows who it is.
And this is where the problem lies, Coleman. Context is everything, right? So
Right.
you heard the guy say, you heard somebody tell him say, "I do this," right?
No,
But
I
if you
heard it
bring the
from the
full
person that he
right,
told to do it to.
but if you bring the full context, it's in the heat of an argument.
It's still unnecessary.
It is, but it's in the
It's
heat of an
still
argument
unnecessary.
also,
Eric,
and
Eric,
that's important.
I grew up in the era. Right there, that would have been a knockout.
Yeah, I mean, no, I get it. I'm
No,
not
no,
saying
no.
that
It's
that it's
as
not
a man, you don't invite nobody down there.
right. I
I don't
mean,
care
Well,
how
was it,
upset.
or was it? Let's say you and me having an argument right now. I'm like, you know what? Suck my.
yeah,
And
that's what that's
we
what I'm
got a
saying.
problem, Pete. You and I
That's
got a
what I'm saying.
problem. You and I got a problem. To be
So
honest with
that's
you,
so that, like he said, in the context is different. It's not
It's
like I'm
different,
telling
and
you, you want
but
me
you
to help
shouldn't
you.
say
You got to do this little favor for me.
right.
No, I'm
See,
just
see how it
upset at you.
changes.
look.
So I'm
You
like giving you
shouldn't
the finger,
say
telling
it.
you suck my.
Right.
You shouldn't say it. Period.
Right, you shouldn't. But the
You
same.
shouldn't say it. You can't find an excuse for that, Pete.
No, you're right.
No,
You're
I'm not
right. But
saying
the
it's an
same.
excuse, but we're
The
just
But
trying to
you're
same.
find
saying
out
you're
why
saying
it
Eric,
was said.
Pete, out of any context, if you're running for union chair
Right.
and you just said it yourself, Ebony should have a different attitude. So if you're
Right.
running for union chair, he it's okay for him.
No,
No. No.
no,
Never said it
You
was.
absolutely
understand?
not. Absolutely
We're
not.
just trying to tell you
What
that if it's okay for one person to act a certain way, then it should be okay for this person to act a certain way as well.
not in that
We can't
category.
we
Not
can't judge one
no,
more
you
than the
can.
other.
You can't. If you're bringing me attitude, that's not telling me, Pete, that you can go down below me. That's different.
Okay.
That's a total disrespect. I don't know where you grew up at, Pete, but that's a total
No,
disrespect for me.
like I said, if it's said to me, then I will take care of a different way.
Listen, maybe he didn't want to take care of it that way. Maybe he looked at it and said, "Yo, I don't. All right, now I know how you feel about me.
Mm,
I know how
All
you
right.
feel about me, so I'm gonna back off from you."
we
But
gotcha.
my argument to you and to Eric is that the way you want your chairman to act when you get into an argument or
No, and
disagreement?
no, and neither
No,
is having an attitude.
It's not having an attitude. It's
But that's
giving
for other
energy.
people. Yeah, but yeah, well, you could call it what you want to call it, Coleman.
Yeah.
But that's what other people are seeing. And if I'm
Other
hearing
people,
it, I'm
but
not saying
look,
it's true, but I'm
you're
I had
hearing
to,
saying
it.
that they were just
I,
matching energy. Other people are
I had to
saying it's
tell
not that. They're just
no,
coming at them with an
Eric,
attitude.
the
Like, I
other
need help with
person,
this. I'm
when
busy.
when I heard when I heard the story, he was out there politicking, and as he out there politicking, the other gentleman said something not disrespectful. It was all about I wouldn't vote for you.
Right,
Well, if you
slide
don't
over a
want to
little bit.
vote,
Slide over a little. There you go.
if you don't want to if you don't want to vote for me, you could go down below.
I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, that's
Mm.
triggering.
That's not
That's
having an attitude.
no, that's not. No, that's not having an attitude at all.
Those are what we
I
say.
had a
Them are fighting words.
Them are.
I had a young lady come to me one day as I'm walking through the hall, and she said, "Coleman, what's wrong with Ebony?" I said, "What do you mean? What's wrong with her?" She said, "I asked her to help me with the printer." So I marched the young lady over there. She said, "Coleman, I'm in here in a meeting, having a meeting with another young lady. I told her to hold on. Didn't I tell you to hold on? Yeah, but I got to go get my bus, and I needed a paddle."
Mm,
So my point is that most stuff that people say is because they want something right away, and they
mm,
can't get it. And they
mm,
look at Ebony as a woman.
mm.
And when they look at her as a woman, the respect level goes.
Why is
You
that? I
can't
don't
di-
understand that.
you cannot disrespect her because she's busy. If your situation is not an urgent matter, then you wait. But
Mm,
when you got someone telling lies and telling people false truths about stuff, whether you guys want to change it how you want to change it, or whether how you want to word it, you're running to protect me. You're running to give me information. You're running the lesson my punishment. And that's the job of a union chair. Knowing what you know. You don't
mm.
tell nobody that, "Oh, I'm a hire you. I'm a hire you. I'm gonna keep you on when I get elected." You
That's a
don't tell people
quid
to
pro
cherry
quo. You
pick.
can't do that. Yeah, you can't do
Hmm,
that.
hmm,
You don't
hmm.
tell people to cherry pick when you're running for office. Well, if you don't want to vote for me for chair, vote for me for one of the other positions so I can get in.
Jeez,
You don't tell people to cherry pick. You don't tell people to vote for me just because I'm Spanish or we all Spanish people need to get in. And
damn.
I've heard this not allegedly, but I heard this for fact from other Spanish people, Spanish speaking operators.
That's crazy. Well,
Trying to pull a race card.
You don't divide the depot. You don't come into, and I think it's a disrespect for anybody to run for office and you haven't done it. It's a disrespect to the operators. You haven't done the job. You haven't been in any part of the union or anything that is say, "I know what I'm doing." Especially when you tell us in the union, "Oh, put me on one of your positions. Let me run on your slate." So you tell me who do you prefer? You're telling the people in the depot, "Oh, Aaron was a step two chairman." You ran with that. Aaron is a step two chairman. Then what is he supposed to do if you're telling me on the next voice that he's hanging out with management? Don't he supposed to give you if he's hanging out, supposed to give you the breaks? The manager's supposed to give you the breaks, give Aaron the breaks for his operators. If you don't know what you're doing, don't tell me that you know 1,000 people. I don't give a damn who you know.
Gotcha.
Who knows you? Who knows you? I know a whole heap of people. But who knows me when I make that phone call from my operator?
So what's the solution to all this?
Unity.
Okay, well,
Unity.
how do we get unity though? Like, how are we going to achieve that?
Stop dividing the union. Stop dividing the membership. Stop dividing. Don't go online telling lies and then coming back saying I misspoke. Don't go on your lives or other people's lives and then coming back to people telling, like one time he told people, oh, me and my wife get perks from the union. Then he see me and my wife, oh, you know, that's just politics. But you said it already. You put it out there. And that's on one of their lives when they was running for against JP and them. But you put it out there. Those are the things that I'm talking about. When him and Nas and them having barbecues separate from the depot. When the depot's having one. That's division. That's not unity. When you're talking about ops, oh, I got some ops in my depot. That's how you stop it. Stop listening to them.
Just
You stop
just
listening to them.
just to backtrack a little bit, because you said him and Nas having barbecues separate from the depot. From what I remember, Nas asked to do one with the union. They told him no.
No, that's not true. That's
Okay.
not true. Now you can have Aaron, or you can have Ebony, or you can have Nick, or you can have anybody that they said if you want to bring yours with us. He didn't say, "Oh, I want to." He didn't bring his food. He
Mm.
didn't participate.
Well,
He
this is
wanted his
something again
name.
that we will have to have a conversation with the
He
people
wanted his
involved. I don't
name
want to
on the
continue with
flyer.
the
He
hearsay
wanted his
thing.
name on the flyer. He wanted his name to be a part of it.
I hear you.
That
All
is
right,
the
Mr.
key.
Coleman. Listen, we're out of time, but I know
Damn,
we could do
hour
a
go by
2 hour show with you,
fast.
huh?
Hour goes by fast, bro.
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
Yeah,
do
it goes by.
appreciate your time. You could always come back. Listen,
Oh, for
the
sure.
next
And it was pretty,
Thursday we're
pretty
gonna have the
interesting.
elections. Maybe you could have a talk with Ebony to pop in. Listen, maybe we could do even a recording if she don't want to go live, something just before the election. If I can't do it, Blunt
But can I
definitely
say
could do
this?
it.
Can I say
Mhm.
Yeah, go
this?
ahead.
Don't
Sure.
vote on emotions. For my
No,
Jackie Gleason or any other depot, don't vote on emotions.
Not
Don't
here.
vote. Don't vote on emotions. Vote on
Not here.
facts.
I don't. I've
No,
always
I'm
said I'm
not
not
saying.
gonna vote for someone because they're
I'm
a
not.
friend of mine. I
I'm
vote
not
on who I
saying you.
think is gonna do the job right. That's how I
Pete.
go.
I'm
right.
not. I'm talking to. I'm talking to the depot. I'm
Okay.
not talking to
Hold on.
Pete. I'm
Hold on.
not
Hold on.
talking to Eric. I'm talking to
Okay.
the depot.
Go ahead. Say
Vote
it.
on facts. Not vote on emotions. Don't vote on what somebody said. Vote on what you know. Because if somebody tell you they helped a lot of people, you tell me, show me who you helped. Did you help them without the union, or did you help them on your own? Because if you helped them without the union, that union official has to sign that paperwork.
All
So don't
right.
tell me you did that.
Great.
All right, Mr. Kelly. So
That's
again,
good
thank you
advice.
for joining us on our show. Like always, our door always open. Folks, we'll return next week right after Christmas. We want to wish all of you a tomorrow is
Merry Christmas. Yeah,
Merry
Christmas coming up.
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas,
Yeah,
y'all.
Christmas Eve tomorrow. Stay safe out there. Don't drink and drive. Don't get crazy. Don't
Keep
go
your
start
job.
trouble,
If you're a
Mr. Coleman.
transit worker, keep your job. Don't drink and drive. And once again,
Exactly.
Stay off the phones.
Lloyd Archie, if you out there listening, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Because you fighting
Stand
Yeah,
for
by, Coleman.
us retirees. All right.
yeah,
Stand.
Lloyd.
What is that?
There's Lloyd out there. Yeah, Lloyd. Yeah.
All right.
What? I can't get it off. Okay, my bad. So yeah. Oh, also,
Oh
guys,
man.
listen.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Don't forget. Elections January 2nd from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
That's a Gleason, probably every other depot, but
Probably
just
at every
make
other. Yeah,
sure.
this is
Make sure if
Gleveland
you're
people.
off,
Man.
go vote. Go vote.
Yeah, definitely
All right.
go
And with
vote.
that said, we good?
We good.
Mr.
Yeah.
Coleman, stand by. With that said, I'm Brooklyn
Wait,
Pete.
I'm your boy Blunt.
What? You have something else to
No, I was
say?
gonna say, yeah, where Miss Coleman at, man? It's the end of the show.
I'm still
Yeah,
here.
no,
Oh,
No, miss.
where's the
she in the
wife
back.
at?
She in the back laying
Yeah.
down. She's sleeping.
Tell her,
Then we're gonna
tell her
let her
she
Do the
got,
sleep.
next time.
tell her she got one demerit, man.
I will. I'll tell that for you, Eric.
All right. Oh yeah, go ahead, Pete. Let's do it. Pete, you froze. Pete froze.
Hold up. I'm here.
I thought you froze.
I don't know what I flipped over. Okay. With that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete.
And I'm your boy Blunt.
That's the end of our show.
Yeah. Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey!